Let's see if we are back. We literally just got disconnected.
Oh,
there was a lot of people on the feed. Let's see if it reconnects. All right, looks like it is excellent.
Reconnect it.
Let's see here. Uh-oh. What is going on? Can you guys hear me out there? There we go. It's loading. And we are back. It says it's excellent.
Reconnect it?
Yeah. Hey, if you guys are out there, I do apologize. Obviously, all the money that we're making here and can't get
the conversation
yeah.
so good. And
it just like couldn't handle it. You guys, let me know in the comments below if you guys can hear me right now, please. This is drop from frame, 26 seconds, less than 2 minutes. Okay, let's see here what's going on.
Is it still going?
Yeah, I think so. Who knows what's going on with this thing? Layover is 2 minutes. Okay. Can you hear me out there? Okay, we are back. We got Mike from Hawaii, real estate agents. I do appreciate it. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you guys. We do apologize. Just don't know what's going on with this thing. I mean, like I said, spend all this money on this equipment, can't even get it going.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it happens sometimes, but it's how we work
Technology.
through it. Yeah.
You love it, you hate it. You use a lot of it in real estate, too. You know?
Exactly. Where were we with the conversation?
We just talked about it's a good market for buyer sellers.
Yeah, I felt like our conversation was going really good.
Yeah.
So you're saying buy.
I'm saying you could do both, you know? I mean, in this market, yeah, I think a lot of people right now, their position is, hey, I'm sitting on low, if they're a seller, they're thinking about being a seller. I'm sitting on low interest rate. I don't want to change that environment, add, $1,000 my mortgage just to get an extra bedroom. I totally get that. So maybe that person's not out there. But if you're looking to do like buying right now, new construction, they're doing great incentives. I had a client we closed like 3 months ago. He got first year, it was LGI Homes.
Yeah.
First year, first time home buyer. You got $399. I didn't think we'd see a 3. Second year $499. Third year 5.25 locked in. 5.25. I think that's fantastic. So we did that deal, worked out great. So there's still great deals out there. New construction's doing a lot of good incentives too. And I said selling too. I get it if you're low. If you have a low interest rate right now and you're like, I don't want to lose that payment. I totally get that. So maybe it's not the market.
I feel like the payment, the interest rate.
Yeah.
If you're able to get, or if you're one of the guys that have an interest rate like at 3.2.
Yeah.
I feel like that interest rate is actually worth more than the house, believe it or not.
It might be. It's pretty good to have that rate.
Because honestly, I don't think we will ever see those kind of rates again based upon today's environment, our economy, inflation, and what's going on.
Debt.
I want to talk about this really quickly. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but it says the federal officials sell land to Clark County for affordable housing. So it looks like, according to September statistics from the Las Vegas Realtors, the median price point for existing single-family homes sold in southern Nevada was $480,000. Last September, the number was $450,000, which the price jumped up 6.6%.
I know.
Now, if you go back about 8 months ago, beginning of the year, I talked about this. People thought the market was going to crash. I said the market was going to go anywhere from 6 to 8%. Look at this. We're at 6.6%.
Yeah.
Damn, I hit it dead on the nail. It says here that the local state officials have been trying to find a solution to bring out more affordable housing in the valley, which
we do need.
Yes, which we do need, this is what they did. Okay. So this is what it says. Earlier this month, the Bureau of Land Management officials sold 20 acres to the public land for $100 per acre to Clark County. Okay. Now, this land was actually appraised for $20 million. Okay. Now, Clark County, right, is planning to build affordable housing on the land, which is located on Cactus Avenue between Rainbow and Buffalo.
Okay.
My question to you is, if you have a house that's nearby, Does this depreciate the value of your home?
I mean, you see that all throughout the valley. You know, you've got lower end homes or apartment complexes, you know, next to, you know, custom homes and stuff. So it's just the way that they integrate it. I mean, it definitely could play a part. I mean, it's hard to say. I would have to see more on the project, but
okay. So
you know, another thing you see too a lot in the valley too is that, you know, maybe this person had a single ranch, you know, out in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden all these homes are being built. Or maybe you have older homes from the 70s built and then all these new stuff around it. So there's this guy I was talking to who's up in way up in Henderson, and he's older kind of neighborhood, that Black Mountain golf course area.
Yeah.
And Lennar is building all these new homes right behind him. And, you know, so he was all concerned about that. So we see that constantly throughout. But yeah, I think it potentially could hurt the value on it. But we need a solution for housing. Right now, it's just getting, you know, I'm finally seeing homes in the 300s, you know, but, you know, some of these homes, 450 that sold for 200,000, 225, you know, 5 years ago. It's a little bit.
So
you know.
Mike says this to you. He goes, that's part of no one wants to talk about how affordable housing actually means people's home value could go down.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go down, but this is weird how this market works. You can have a $3 million community, gated community, right next to it. You can have $500,000. When you do the appraisal, it will still appraise. Just because you have a home that's right next door in a different community, it doesn't mean it will still appraise lower. So I want to clarify that. It will be a case-by-case basis, right?
Absolutely.
But I think a lot of people are afraid that when you hear low-income housing, they think like people like maybe ghetto, or just like people are going to be robbing you or something. Like that's not the case here, guys, because it says here that Clark County officials have named this development Cactus Trails. The land will soon have 210 single-family residents, along with walkways and trails, playgrounds, and amenities. Okay. Clark County officials says that these homes will be sold to the first-time home buyer earning at or below $70,000. The median household income here is about $76,000. So, I mean, guys, people that are making $10,000 a year, they're not going to be able to afford this home. But these are for the people that live here, that have a job at the Strip.
You got a good job.
Yeah, but then they probably have a wife that probably also works too as well. But then they have 2 kids, they have car payments and stuff. That's what this is for, okay? Clark County has invested millions of dollars to foster development for affordable housing for working families and seniors on fixed income. I think we definitely do need this. In addition to this, this is what we need too: age-restricted communities, because we do not have this, okay?
Yeah, we have them, but probably not enough of them.
That is correct, okay? It says in 2023, Bureau of Land Management, the land was given to Clark County, okay, and the Pebble Eastern Senior Apartments were built here. Okay, so looks like they do that for the seniors. Now, one thing that is tripping me out on this is that the land was bought for $100 an acre, right? The problem is this. You end up buying this, you actually own the land, because it says here the lease is only for 30 years, I believe, from what I was reading. So now this is my question. Does this become a leasehold estate or a fee simple estate? Now, this is what you need to understand. And if you are an agent out there and you have no clue what fee simple or leasehold estate is, then maybe you should learn this, okay? And if you're working with an agent, you probably should ask your agent what is fee simple versus leasehold estate. Leasehold estate means that you don't own the land. You own the house, okay, for a certain period of time. It could be 30, 40 years or 100 years, right? Then fee simple just means you own the bundle of rights to control, to possess, right? Basically, you own the dirt. However, doesn't mean you can go up 10,000 feet in the air and you own all that. Doesn't work like that. But that means you control the land, okay, and you also control the house. That's the full bundle of rights. That's the highest rights that you can have is a fee simple estate. The problem is this: if it is a leasehold estate, and you own the house. Let's say you just bought it. You got into a 30-year lease. You bought it for $200,000. You know that the land lease was only for 30 years. You're coming around 25 years. Now the home is worth $20 million. Let's just say, I'm just throwing this crazy ass number out there. The problem is you're not going to be able to sell it for $20 million because that land lease is coming due in the next 2 years. Me knowing that land could be more. So they could do another 30 years.
That's true, yeah.
But now, hey, we're going to have to charge you more money, which is insane to me. Okay. I haven't really seen it out here.
Yeah.
But on commercial properties, I'm starting to see that a lot lately. But I wonder if that's going to happen here. But I do see that a lot in Hawaii, believe it or not.
Well, we'll see. We're running out of land for residential. So we're down to probably less than 10 years. So knowing that, they're going to probably get creative because the BLM owns most of our additional land.
Which is, I think, is a little bit over 60% from what I remember.
Yeah, it's a high number. Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to me. But there was an article that I read where builders were complaining about they're not getting land released to them to buy, which is I understand.
Yeah.
But however, I can guarantee that just because land has been released to the developers, do you think they're really going to drop the price? The answer is probably no.
No, because supply and demand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're always going to force the price because they're pretty damn smart. Because if you take a look, a lot of these developers, they'll buy, 20, 30 acres, whatever it is. They got like 200 something homes. They don't release all 200 homes at one time.
No. Nope.
It's we release in phases. We're going to start with phase 1 and phase 2, right? 2 phases.
Yep.
And then on the first phase, we're going to release 3 lots.
Yeah, it's just lots. They don't release it.
Then after we release this lot, you know what? The home has appraised. Now the next step, what I'm going to do is, hey, it appraised. I'm going to go ahead and just bump this thing up.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's just how crazy this thing is, right?
Well, and the other thing too is, so as BLM does release more land and they do build more, we're still in that low inventory. And I'm just going to use Vegas, not the country. So we've got low inventory, and we've got problems with that for years to come. So as they release this land they built, I think we're still going to be in that problem where it's a supply and demand issue. So that's where the value will always be, because if you have more demand and you have supply, obviously price goes up. So it'll be interesting to see how this market does play out in the next 10 years. But see, all that helps me with my initial investment that I'm looking for right now, because the values of it most likely are going to go up. Now, I can't sit here and say that they will, but I'm positioning myself to where that property that I can get for, let's say, $350, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single story, in a good area, good zip code, that's chances that's going to go up in value in the next 10 years or 8 years whenever I need to sell it. And then from there, I've been collecting pretty much the equity they've been building for me. And maybe, like I said, maybe I'm paying $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 a year out just for maintenance, stuff like that. I'm still going to be ahead of the game in 10 years.
So, Jim,
that's the bet I'm taking.
So what you're saying is you're making this move, right? And this is what I've learned from you. You're making this move based upon a calculated risk.
Yes.
As you're doing this calculating risk, you're minimizing your risk.
Yes.
Okay? And it just comes down to knowing your market and doing the research.
Yep.
Right? So that's a point that I do want to make across. Jim, I really do appreciate, you coming on this show, taking the time.
Yeah, this has been awesome. Yeah.
I actually had a very good time, and I think we need to bring you back because I feel like we can just chop it up and just talk about anything, right?
Yeah, we could. There's a lot more. We talked a lot of real estate, so we can talk even some other cool side things that we do, that you do and I do. And
okay. So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, right, because they want to get into the investment game, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
I would say, you're killing it on social media. So that's something that I want to develop and go further into. So email is a good way. I do have a YouTube channel. It's CompleteLasVegasLifestyle.com. I use it for real estate a bit now, for personal stuff too. I'm in Instagram as well. Send me an email. I'm at jim@jimwicklund.com. Phone number is 702-349-8180.
And what's your Instagram?
So I'm on Instagram. It's
I
haven't been on it in a while, so I do have a channel. I think it's Global Realtor, Jim Wicklund Global Realtor.
Okay, give me your number. Give me your number one more time.
Yeah, I should have looked it up before I did the podcast for you. My phone number?
Yeah.
702-349-8180. That's the best way. I do answer my phone unless I'm in a meeting. I'm an agent that does answer his phone.
Okay.
Which is key.
Okay. All right, Jim, I really do appreciate it, guys. If you guys like this show, let us know in the comments below. And I do apologize again that we had to take a break here. Okay. If you guys are looking to purchase a home, make sure to visit lvhomeexperts.com. Make sure to check out our second channel. If you just love real estate, you love Las Vegas, and you guys just want to follow me on my vlog, my career, my ups and downs, check out our second channel, Chakits 2.0. Other than that, I wish you guys nothing but the best, and be blessed, folks.